"Grandma, why do you always smell funny?" That's what 7-year-old Lily whispered to her mom after visiting her grandmother. She wasn't being rude, she was just being honest, the way kids are. But that one innocent question shattered 72-year-old Ilana's heart. She had spent her whole life being tidy, a clean house, clean clothes, a daily bath, but somehow her granddaughter didn't want to hug her anymore. She sat at the far end of the couch, held her breath during kisses, and avoided her lap completely. That night Ilana lay in bed blinking back tears. Is it true? Do I smell like an old person? That's the one thing most people over 60 don't even realize. Yes, there's a specific body odor that comes with aging, and no, it's not your fault. I'm Dr. Robert Miller. I'm 77 years old and I have spent over 50 years working with older adults across the country, and I'm here to tell you something most doctors won't say out loud. There's a distinct scent that many older adults carry, one that nearly 99% of seniors can smell on themselves, but that younger people notice immediately. Your children smell it, your grandchildren smell it, even strangers notice it, but out of love or fear of hurting your feelings they rarely ever bring it up. So seniors like Elena are left wondering, why does it feel like people are pulling away? Why do grandkids stop sitting close? Why does the room always get aired out after you leave it? It's not about hygiene, it's not about laziness. Even the cleanest, most meticulous seniors deal with this, because as we age our bodies change, and those changes come with new smells. Our sweat glands slow down, our skin chemistry shifts, our mouths get drier. All of that adds up to a scent that's hard to describe but instantly recognizable. It's called the old person smell, and it hurts, but here's the good news: it's completely fixable. In fact, there are simple steps you can take starting today that can dramatically reduce or even eliminate that smell within just a few days. And no, you don't need fancy sprays or expensive lotions. This video will walk you through everything you need to know, gently, honestly, and with respect, so you can feel confident again. Hug your grandchildren without fear. Be close to the people you love, and never again wonder if people are whispering behind your back, because everyone deserves to age with dignity and without shame. The surprising science behind that smell nobody talks about. So let's be honest, you've probably wondered once or twice, is it just in my head, or do I really smell different now? Well, let's take the guesswork out of it. You're not imagining things, but you're also not to blame. This isn't about poor hygiene or letting yourself go. This is about biology, plain and simple. As we grow older, our bodies undergo changes that we don't always see but others can smell, and if no one's told you this before, it's not because they don't care, it's because this topic is uncomfortable, even a little taboo. But today we're going to talk about it clearly, respectfully, and with one goal in mind: your confidence. Let's break down the 3 biggest biological reasons behind that scent we often associate with aging. 1. First, you sweat less, but that's actually a problem. You might think less sweating is a good thing. After all, no one wants to feel sticky or drenched in the summer heat, right? But here's the catch: sweat isn't just about cooling off, it's your body's natural way of cleaning house. When you were younger, you probably produced about a quart of sweat each day, flushing out toxins, dirt, and waste through your skin. But after 60, that output drops drastically. For some, it's less than half. Less sweat means fewer toxins leaving your body, and guess where those toxins go? Nowhere. They build up on your skin. They feed the bacteria living there, creating that musty, sour odor that many people notice but rarely mention. Second, your skin's oil changes and produces a hidden chemical. This one shocks most people. After age 50, your skin starts to produce a fatty compound called tynol. It's not found in younger people, but in older adults it builds up in the oil or sebum your skin naturally produces, especially in areas like your neck, back, and chest. And here's the kicker: tynol has a distinct odor, a little grassy, a little greasy, and no amount of perfume can truly cover it up. In fact, cologne or scented lotion often makes it worse, like spraying air freshener in a musty room. 3. Your mouth dries out, and that changes your breath. This one's personal for a lot of people. After 60, your body produces about 50% less saliva than it used to. Saliva isn't just for digestion, it cleans your mouth, it helps wash away bacteria and balances acid levels. When saliva dries up, your mouth becomes a breeding ground for odor, causing germs. That's why many seniors experience chronic bad breath even if they brush regularly. It's not poor hygiene, it's biology. Now here's the silver lining: every single one of these issues has a simple, practical solution. You don't need a doctor's appointment, and you don't need to spend a fortune. You just need the right information and a few small daily habits. In the next section, I'll walk you through the exact steps to fight the smell at its source and get your confidence back. So don't go anywhere. This is where things start to change. The 3 body areas you're probably missing and why they matter more than you think. Now that we've talked about the science behind the old person smell, you might be thinking, okay, but I shower Every day I use soap, I wash my hair, so why does it still happen? Here's the truth: most seniors do bathe regularly, but after helping thousands of older patients I've learned that it's not about how often you bathe, it's about where you clean. There are 3 key areas of the body that almost everyone misses, and these hidden spots are where up to 90% of that unwanted odor comes from. The good news: once you know them you can fix it, starting with your next shower. 1. First, skin folds increase the hidden bacteria zones. Our bodies change shape with age. Skin gets softer and we develop more folds and creases, especially in areas like the back of the neck, behind the ears, under the arms, beneath the breasts, around the navel and groin, behind the knees, inside the elbows. These areas trap sweat, oil, dead skin and bacteria, and because they're harder to reach, they're often barely touched during showers. One of my patients, Sarah Johnson, 66, once told me, "Dr. Miller, I've showered daily for decades, but I never thought to really scrub behind my ears or under my chest. The difference now is unbelievable." My grandkid hugs me again. What to do: use a soft washcloth or gentle loofah. Focus on these folds with warm, not hot water and mild soap. Be thorough but gentle, don't scrub too hard or it could damage the skin. 2. Second, hairy areas. The oil collector's hair doesn't just grow on your head, it also collects sweat and sebum, especially in the scalp, chest, underarms, belly for men. And here's what surprises many seniors: even if you wash your hair, most people don't massage the scalp properly. That's where a lot of odor comes from. Another patient, Michael Davis, 62, shared, "You told me to massage my scalp when shampooing. I did it for a week and my wife actually said my head smells fresh now. Even my grandson plays with my hair again." What to do when shampooing: use your fingertips to gently massage the scalp for at least 30 seconds. For chest or underarm hair, make sure to lather fully, rinse well and dry thoroughly afterward. 3. Third, sweaty zones. The feet, toes and palms. These areas are packed with sweat glands, and when not cleaned properly they become bacterial playgrounds. Feet in particular are often trapped in socks and shoes all day, creating a warm, moist space where odor grows fast. John Williams, 68, once said, "My feet smelled so bad my daughter-in-law kept the window open all the time. Now I wash between my toes, dry carefully and change socks daily." Problem gone. What to do: scrub your feet between your toes and your palms thoroughly afterward. Dry them completely, especially before putting on socks. Rotate your shoes to give them time to air out and choose breathable cotton socks. Just by adding this focused scrubbing routine to your daily habits, you'll see a major difference fast. In the next part I'll share even more tips on how simple lifestyle habits like hydration, sunshine and smart bathing can help eliminate that smell for good and bring your family closer again. 3 simple daily habits that quietly transform how you smell and feel. Now that you know where the smell comes from and what to wash, let's talk about the small everyday habits that help fix this problem from the inside out. Because here's the beautiful truth: you don't need expensive lotions or sprays, you don't need to scrub yourself raw. What you really need is consistency. A few simple habits that support your body's natural cleaning systems. These 3 habits take less than 30 minutes a day, but they can change how you smell, how your skin feels and how people respond to you. 1. Drink warm water, especially first thing in the morning. You've probably heard drink more water your whole life, but here's why warm water makes a difference for older adults. Warm water, especially on an empty stomach, gently flushes out toxins through your kidneys and bladder before they have a chance to sit in your body, build up on your skin or feed bacteria. Eleanor Adams, 72, told me, "I used to start my day with coffee. Now I drink 1 warm glass of water first. Within 2 weeks my skin felt better and my granddaughter said I smell fresh." Well, how much is enough? Aim for 6 to 8 ounces glasses of warm water per day. Here's an easy schedule: 1 glass when you wake up, 1 before lunch, 1 right after afternoon, 1 before dinner, 1 after dinner, 1 before bed. Pro tip: coffee and tea don't count. Caffeine actually dehydrates you. For every cup of coffee, drink an extra glass of water. 2. Take a light walk in gentle sunlight. "I'm too old to exercise." That's what many of my patients say until I show them a better way. You don't need to hit the gym or jog 5 miles, just a slow 20-minute walk once or twice a day in mild sunlight can do wonders. Why it works: it helps you sweat lightly, clearing out toxins. Sunlight kills surface bacteria and boosts mood. Gentle movement improves circulation, which supports skin health. Fred Taylor, 75, shared, "My knees hurt, so I started with 10 minutes around the block early in the morning. After a week I was walking 20. The smell faded and honestly I feel younger. Best times before 10 a.m. or after 400 p.m. when the sun is soft." 3. Bathe daily, but skip the scalding water. A warm shower is one of life's little luxuries, but hot water, that's a skin disaster, especially for older adults. Here's why: water that's too hot damages your skin barrier, dries out the surface, and actually traps odor, causing oils and bacteria. The fix: keep your shower water between 100 and 104 F comfortably warm, not steaming hot. Once a week, soak in a 100 Fahrenheit bath for 15 to 20 minutes. It opens your pores and lets the deep gunk escape. Bonus tip: always dry your body well, especially those creases we talked about. Damp skin grows bacteria fast. Stick to these 3 daily habits for 1 week and you'll likely notice a shift, not just in how you smell but in how people treat you. You'll feel fresher, cleaner, and more confident with less effort than you ever thought possible. Coming up next, let's talk about how your diet and oral hygiene play a powerful role in eliminating body odor for good. What you eat affects how you smell more than you think. You have heard the saying, you are what you eat. Well, here's the real secret: you also smell like what you eat. And no, that's not just about garlic. When it comes to aging, your diet plays a huge role in how your body processes waste, balances bacteria, and releases odor through your skin and breath. I've seen it over and over again with my patients. Just a few small changes in your daily meals can erase years of lingering body odor and bring back that fresh and clean feeling that so many older adults miss. Here's how to do it. 1. Load up on antioxidant-rich foods. As we age, our bodies experience a natural process called oxidation. It's what causes cells to break down and contributes to that musty smell linked to old age. The solution: antioxidants. They fight the internal rust and neutralize odor, causing toxins from the inside out. The best part: these foods are common and delicious. Apples, tomatoes, strawberries, blueberries, brown rice, buckwheat, and whole grains. Paul King 79 told me, "You said 1 apple and 1 tomato a day, so I did it." 2 months later, my granddaughter said, "Grandpa, you smell like sunshine." I'll never forget that. 2. Garlic. Yes, really, I know what you're thinking. Doesn't garlic make people smell worse in the short term? Sure, raw garlic can create a strong odor in the breath, but once digested, garlic actually fights off the bacteria and toxins that contribute to long-term body odor. It's nature's natural antibiotic. Just 1 or 2 cloves a day, chopped and added to your meals, can make a big difference. Try roasting it, mixing it into soups, or adding it to sauté veggies. 3. Hydrating. Fruits and veggies flush out toxins. Water, RICHCH produce, helps your kidneys do their job, removing waste through urine instead of through your skin. The best picks: watermelon, pears, cucumbers, tomatoes. Nancy Miller 68 said, "I started eating half a cucumber and 1 tomato a day just to help with digestion." 3 months in, my daughter said, "Mom, I don't notice that old smell anymore." That's all I needed to hear. Bonus tip: if eating fruit is hard, blend them into a smoothie. Easy to drink and just as effective. 4. Cut back on coffee, alcohol, and greasy food. Coffee and alcohol dehydrate your body, which makes odor worse, and greasy, fried, or low-fiber foods slow down digestion, causing waste to build up and release through your skin. Here's what I recommend: limit coffee to 1 or 2 cups a day and drink extra water to balance. Switch from alcohol to barley tea or herbal tea when possible. Eat more fiber: oats, brown rice, beans, and veggies. Margaret Evans 77 told me, "I used to skip breakfast, now I start with oatmeal and fruit. Not only do I feel lighter, my grandkids don't avoid me anymore." What you eat matters, not just for your health but for how the world experiences you. Food is fuel, but it's also fragrance. Coming up next, let's talk about oral hygiene and how your mouth can betray you. Even if you brush daily, your mouth might be the real source of the smell. Here's how to fix it. Let me tell you something that might surprise you. Even if you shower daily, wear clean clothes, and eat well, your mouth could still be giving you away. That's right, bad breath is one of the most common reasons people avoid close contact with seniors, and the worst part: most older adults can't smell it on themselves. Linda Parker 73 once confided in me, "Dr. Miller, I always thought my breath was fine, but then my grandson started backing away when I talked. I never realized how dry my mouth had become." And there's the key word: dry. Why dry mouth happens after 60. As we age, our bodies naturally produce less saliva, sometimes up to 50% less. Saliva isn't just for swallowing, it plays a powerful role in keeping your mouth clean. It flushes away food particles, it neutralizes harmful bacteria, it keeps your breath fresh. When your mouth goes dry, bacteria multiply and their waste creates foul-smelling gases, and that's exactly what other people smell when you talk. The simple fix: a 3-step daily routine. Step 1: brush 3 times a day. Yes, 3. Once in the morning, once after lunch, once before bed. Why? Because bacteria build up fast in older adults, especially when saliva is low. Use a soft bristle toothbrush and floor fluoride toothpaste. Focus on the gum line in the back of your mouth where odor-causing bacteria love to hide. Step 2. Scrape your tongue every morning. This is a gimmicker. Most people skip their tongue entirely when brushing, but your tongue holds up to 90% of the bacteria in your mouth. Brushing it won't cut it. You need a proper tongue scraper, the kind you can get at any pharmacy for a few dollars. Linda Parker: yes, the same one, told me it made me gag at first, but after a week I felt so fresh. My breath doesn't scare my grandkids anymore. Now I can whisper in their ears again. Step 3. To sugar-free gum to boost saliva. Your body might not produce saliva like it used to, but you can stimulate it naturally by chewing xylitol-based gum, a sugar-free option that also fights cavities. Just 10 minutes of chewing after meals helps boost moisture in the mouth, cut down on odor, prevent dry mouth discomfort. Keep a small pack in your purse or pocket. It's a small step with a big impact. Bonus tip: sip warm water throughout the day. Stay hydrated from the inside out. Avoid alcohol-based mouthwashes, they dry your mouth even more. Use mild, alcohol-free options instead. Rinse after every meal. If brushing isn't possible, with just a few tweaks to your mouth care routine, you can regain the confidence to speak closely, smile freely, and enjoy those sweet close moments with the people you love. Next up, we'll talk about something people often overlook: your clothes, your bedding, and your shoes. They matter more than you think when it comes to staying fresh. The hidden smell traps in your clothes, bedding, and shoes. Now you've cleaned your body, cared for your mouth, and started eating better, but what if the smell is still lingering? Well, let me ask you something simple. When was the last time you changed your pillowcase or aired out your shoes? Because here's the truth: you can be spotless, but if your clothes and surroundings are not, the smell will stay. It's like taking a clean plate and serving food on a dirty tablecloth. Sooner or later it picks up the stink. Let's talk about the 4 major smell traps many people don't realize they're living with and how to fix them fast. 1. Change your underwear and socks every single day. This one seems obvious, but I've had patients admit they sometimes stretch clothes for a few days, especially in winter. Don't underwear and socks soak up sweat, sebum, skin oil, and bacteria, especially in warmer areas of the body. Even if you don't feel dirty, those bacteria are working overtime, creating odor. Fix: stick to cotton underwear and socks which let your skin breathe. Change them daily. Yes, even if you barely left the house. To wash bedding weekly, especially pillowcases. Your bed is where you spend a third of your life. That's 7 to 8 hours a night every night, and while you sleep, your skin sheds dead cells, your scalp releases oil, and your body sweats whether you feel it or not. Over time, your pillow and sheets absorb odor, bacteria, and moisture, which can stick to your body the next day. Linda Parker, 75, told me, I used to wash my sheets once a month, then I switched to weekly. I didn't just sleep better, my daughter stopped complaining about the smell in my room. Fix: wash sheets and pillowcases once a week, and if possible sun dry them outdoors. The sun's UV rays naturally kill bacteria and leave fabric smelling fresh. 3. Don't forget your shoes and rotate them. Your feet sweat even in winter, and that sweat seeps into your shoes. Where it sits grows bacteria and causes odor. If you wear the same pair every day, they never get a chance to dry fully. Fix: alternate between 2 or 3 pairs of shoes so they can air out. Sprinkle baking soda inside to absorb moisture and odor. Set them outside in the sun once a week. 15 minutes is enough. Paul King, 69, said, I wore the same sneakers all the time. Now I rotate pairs and use baking soda. My granddaughter actually sits near my feet again. 4. Air out your room twice a day. A closed-up room traps smells, body odor, stale air, kitchen fumes, even bathroom moisture, and when air doesn't circulate, the smell clings to your clothes, hair, and skin no matter how clean you are. Fix: open your windows for 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening. Even in colder months, fresh air works wonders. Fred Taylor, 71, told me, I used to hate the cold, but now I crack the windows twice a day. It's made a huge difference. My daughter-in-law doesn't rush to open them anymore. Remember, a fresh body in a stale environment still smells stale. Combine clean habits with clean surroundings and you'll feel the difference inside and out. Coming next, let's wrap it all up with an emotional summary, real encouragement, and a reminder that you're never too old to feel confident, clean, and loved. Ready for part 8? Just say the word. It was never about being dirty, and you were never alone. Let's get one thing straight: having a smell as you age doesn't mean you're dirty. It means your body is changing, and that's okay. It's natural. It Happens to all of us, but what's not okay, letting that change rob you of the warmth, closeness and connection you deserve in your later years. We've talked about how the body slows down sweat production, how sebum changes, how saliva dries up, and how all of that combines to create a scent that you might not notice but others do. But here's the good news: you don't need fancy products, you don't need to spend hundreds of dollars, you don't even need to see a doctor. All it takes is small gentle shifts in your daily habits: drinking warm water in the morning, walking outside for 20 minutes, scrubbing the 3 key body zones, eating antioxidant-rich foods, caring for your mouth and tongue, washing your clothes and bedding regularly, letting the fresh air in. These are simple acts of self-care, not just for others but for you. You deserve to walk into a room and feel confident. You deserve to be hugged, held, kissed on the cheek without fear, hesitation or distance. You deserve to feel clean and vibrant no matter your age. Elana, Paul, Linda, Fred, they all made small changes and got their closeness back. Their grandchildren cuddle again, their kids linger longer during visits, and best of all, they feel more like themselves. So don't carry shame, carry knowledge, carry action, carry pride in the effort you're making, not just to smell better but to live better, because aging isn't the end of freshness, it's the beginning of new wisdom, gentle power and unshakable dignity. If this video helped you feel seen, understood, or even just a little more hopeful, please take a moment to like this video, share it with a friend or loved one, and subscribe to our channel. Here at Senior Wisdom, we create simple, practical, and life-changing content just for you, because you deserve to age with grace, clarity, and confidence. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a video that could brighten your day or help someone you care about. If you've already made one of these small changes, drinking warm water, walking in the morning, or just scrubbing behind your ears, let us know in the comments below. Your story could inspire someone else to take their first step. Thank you for being here. We are honored to grow older with you. Pause. Valuable lesson. The most profound lesson here is that changes in our bodies as we age are natural and don't equate to being unclean or unlivable. Openly addressing these changes and taking simple proactive steps can significantly improve our quality of life and strengthen our connections with loved ones. It's about self-care and recognizing that our well-being impacts not only ourselves but also those around us. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. What small change are you going to try first? And don't forget to subscribe to Senior Wisdom for more helpful tips and insights. And your breath. I've witnessed this firsthand time and time again with my patients. Just a few thoughtful adjustments to your daily meals can effectively erase years of lingering body odor and bring back that coveted feeling of freshness and cleanliness that so many older adults deeply miss. Here's how to nourish your body for a fresher you. 1. Load up on antioxidant-rich foods. As our bodies gracefully age, we experience a natural biological process called oxidation. Think of it like a slow, internal rusting. This process contributes to the breakdown of cells and can be a contributing factor to that subtle musty scent sometimes associated with aging. The powerful solution? Antioxidants. These remarkable compounds actively fight against this internal rust and help to neutralize odor-causing toxins from the inside out. The wonderful news is that many of these antioxidant powerhouses are common, readily available, and absolutely delicious. Think vibrant apples, juicy tomatoes, sweet strawberries, plump blueberries, wholesome brown rice, nutty buckwheat, and hearty whole grains. Paul King, a spry 79-year-old, shared a simple yet profound success story with me. You suggested just 1 apple and 1 tomato a day, doctor, so I decided to try it. 2 months later, my granddaughter, with the sweetest sincerity, said, "Grandpa, you smell like sunshine." I'll never forget that heartwarming moment. 2. Garlic. Yes, really. I know exactly what you're thinking. Doesn't garlic notoriously make people smell worse? In the short term, yes, consuming raw garlic can certainly lead to a noticeable odor on your breath. However, once it's properly digested, garlic actually works to combat the very bacteria and toxins that contribute to long-term body odor. It's nature's own potent, natural antibiotic. Incorporating just 1 or 2 cloves a day, finely chopped and added to your cooked meals, can make a significant positive difference over time. Try roasting it to mellow its strong flavor, mixing it into flavorful soups, or adding it to your sautéed vegetables. 3. Hydrating fruits and vegetables. Nature's internal flushers. produced with a high water content, actively helps your kidneys perform their vital job of efficiently removing waste products from your body through urine, rather than allowing them to be expelled through your skin, potentially contributing to unwanted odors. Some of the best choices in this category include refreshing watermelon, sweet pears, crisp cucumbers, and, yes, those versatile tomatoes again. Nancy Miller, a youthful 68-year-old, shared this simple yet effective strategy. I started eating half a cucumber and one tomato every day, primarily to help with my digestion. 3 months later, my daughter casually remarked, "Mom, I don't notice that old smell anymore." That was all the positive reinforcement I needed to hear. Bonus tip: if you find it challenging to eat enough whole fruit, consider blending them into a delicious and easy-to-consume smoothie. It's just as effective. 4. Consciously cut back on coffee, alcohol, and greasy foods. While these might be enjoyable in moderation, coffee and alcohol can unfortunately contribute to dehydration, which can, in turn, intensify body odor. And those tempting greasy, fried, or low-fiber foods tend to slow down your digestive process, leading to a buildup of waste products that your body might then try to eliminate through your skin. Here's what I generally recommend: try to limit your coffee intake to just 1 or 2 cups a day, and diligently drink extra plain water to counteract its dehydrating effects. When possible, consider switching from alcoholic beverages to refreshing barley tea or soothing herbal teas. And actively incorporate more fiber-rich foods into your diet, such as hearty oats, wholesome brown rice, nutritious beans, and a wide variety of colorful vegetables. Margaret Evans, a vibrant 77-year-old, shared her positive dietary shift. I used to routinely skip breakfast. Now, I start my day with a warm bowl of oatmeal topped with fresh fruit. Not only do I feel lighter and more energetic, but my grandkids no longer seem to avoid being close to me. What you thoughtfully choose to eat truly matters, not just for your overall health and well-being, but also for how the world around you experiences you. Food is essential fuel, but it's also, in a subtle way, your personal fragrance. Coming up next, let's delve into the often overlooked realm of oral hygiene and how your mouth can sometimes betray you, even if you diligently brush your teeth every single day. Your mouth might be the unexpected primary source of that unwanted smell. Here's how to effectively address it. Let me share something with you that might come as a genuine surprise. Even if you diligently shower every day, meticulously wear freshly laundered clothes, and consciously eat a healthy diet, your mouth could still be inadvertently giving you away. That's right, persistent bad breath is one of the most common, yet often unspoken, reasons why people might subtly avoid close physical contact with seniors. And the most disheartening part? Most older adults become so accustomed to their own breath that they can no longer accurately detect it themselves. Linda Parker, a youthful 73-year-old, once confided in me with a touch of sadness, "Dr. Miller, I honestly always thought my breath was perfectly fine. But then, my grandson started subtly backing away whenever I spoke to him closely. I never truly realized just how dry my mouth had become." And there lies the crucial keyword, dry. Why does this bothersome dry mouth occur more frequently after the age of 60? As we gracefully age, our bodies naturally tend to produce less saliva, sometimes experiencing a significant reduction of up to 50%. Saliva isn't merely for aiding in swallowing. It plays a powerful and often underestimated role in maintaining a clean and healthy oral environment. It diligently flushes away lingering food particles that can decompose and cause odor. It actively works to neutralize harmful, odor-producing bacteria that thrive in a dry environment. It's a natural breath freshener. When your saliva production diminishes, your mouth can unfortunately become a veritable breeding ground for those unwelcome, foul-smelling germs. And that's precisely what other people might be subtly noticing when you speak. The simple yet highly effective fix? A consistent 3-step daily oral hygiene routine. Step 1. Brush your teeth 3 times a day. Yes, you heard that correctly, 3 times. Once diligently in the morning after you wake up, once thoughtfully after your midday lunch, and once thoroughly before you settle into bed for the night. Why the increased frequency? Because odor-producing bacteria can multiply surprisingly quickly in older adults, especially when saliva production is naturally lower. Be sure to use a soft bristle toothbrush to protect your gums and a fluoride toothpaste to combat decay. Pay particular attention to cleaning along the gum line and those often neglected back teeth, where odor-causing bacteria love to hide and flourish. Step 2. Diligently scrape your tongue every single morning. This simple addition can be an absolute game changer. The vast majority of people completely overlook their tongue when brushing, but did you know that your tongue can harbor up to a staggering 90% of the bacteria residing in your mouth? Simply brushing your tongue's surface won't effectively remove this bacterial buildup. You need a proper tongue scraper, the inexpensive kind you can easily find at any local pharmacy for just a few dollars. Linda Parker, the very same patient who noticed her grandson's subtle withdrawal, shared this transformative experience with me. Honestly, doctor, using a tongue scraper made me gag a little at first, but after just 1 week of consistent use, my mouth felt incredibly fresh and clean. My breath no longer seems to scare my grandkids away. Now, I can comfortably whisper secrets in their ears again. Consistency is key with this simple yet highly effective step. Step 3. Chew sugar-free gum to actively boost saliva production. While your body's natural saliva production might not be as robust as it once was, you can effectively stimulate it naturally by chewing sugar-free gum, particularly options that contain xylitol, a natural sweetener that also helps to fight cavities. Just 10 minutes of chewing after your meals can significantly help to boost moisture levels in your mouth, actively cut down on odor-causing bacteria, and prevent that uncomfortable feeling of dry mouth. Keep a small pack of sugar-free gum conveniently in your purse or your pocket. It's a small, discreet step with a surprisingly big positive impact. Bonus tips: sip warm water throughout your day to stay consistently hydrated from the inside out. Avoid alcohol-based mouthwashes, as they can actually exacerbate dry mouth. Opt instead for milder, alcohol-free alternatives. And if brushing isn't immediately possible after a meal, make it a habit to at least rinse your mouth thoroughly with plain water. With just a few thoughtful tweaks to your daily mouth care routine, you can effectively regain the confidence to speak closely, smile freely, and fully enjoy those precious, intimate moments with the people you love. Next up, we're going to discuss something that people often completely overlook: your clothes, your bedding, and even your shoes. They matter far more than you might think when it comes to maintaining a consistently fresh and clean feeling. The hidden smell traps lurking in your clothes, bedding, and shoes. So, you've diligently cleaned your body, you're taking excellent care of your mouth, and you've even started incorporating healthier foods into your diet. But what if that persistent, unwanted smell is still subtly lingering? Well, let me ask you a straightforward question: when was the last time you changed your pillowcase? Or thoroughly aired out your shoes? Because here's a fundamental truth: you can be impeccably clean yourself, but if your immediate surroundings, your clothes and your bedding aren't fresh, that subtle odor will unfortunately persist. It's akin to meticulously washing a plate but then serving your meal on a soiled tablecloth. Sooner or later, the clean plate will inevitably pick up the unpleasant stink. Let's discuss the 4 major, often unrecognized, smell traps that many people unknowingly live with, and, more importantly, how to address them quickly and effectively. 1. Change your underwear and socks every single day. This might seem like an incredibly obvious piece of advice, but I've had many patients sheepishly admit that they sometimes try to stretch wearing these essential items for an extra day, especially during the colder winter months. Please, don't. Your underwear and socks are like sponges, readily soaking up sweat, natural skin oil sebum, and odor-producing bacteria, especially in those warmer, more enclosed areas of your body. Even if you don't consciously feel dirty, those microscopic bacteria are working overtime, diligently creating unpleasant odors. The simple fix? Stick to breathable cotton underwear and socks whenever possible, as natural fibers allow your skin to breathe more effectively. And make it a non-negotiable rule to change them every single day. Yes, even on those quiet days when you barely leave the comfort of your own home. 2. Wash your bedding weekly, paying particular attention to your pillowcases. Think about it, your bed is where you spend approximately 1/3 of your entire life. That's a significant 7 to 8 hours every single night. And while you're soundly asleep, your skin is constantly shedding dead cells, your scalp is releasing natural oils, and your body is perspiring, whether you consciously realize it or not. Over time, your pillows and sheets can unfortunately absorb these odor-causing bacteria, dead skin, and moisture, which can then cling to your body the very next day. Linda Parker, our wise 75-year-old friend, shared this insightful change. I used to wash my sheets maybe once a month. Then I decided to switch to a weekly schedule. Not only did I notice I was sleeping much better, but my daughter actually stopped subtly complaining about a faint musty smell in my bedroom. The simple fix? Make it a weekly ritual to wash your sheets and, especially, your pillowcases. And if the weather permits, try to line dry them outdoors. The sun's natural ultraviolet UV rays are incredibly effective at killing lingering bacteria and leaving your fabrics smelling wonderfully fresh. 3. Don't neglect your shoes, and make it a habit to rotate them. Your feet, even in the cooler months, contain a high concentration of sweat glands, and that perspiration inevitably seeps into the very fabric of your shoes. Trapped in this enclosed environment, the moisture becomes a breeding ground for odor-producing bacteria to thrive and multiply. If you wear the same pair of shoes day in and day out, they never truly get a chance to dry out completely. The simple fix? Make it a practice to alternate between at least 2 or 3 pairs of your regularly worn shoes. This allows each pair ample time to air out and dry thoroughly between wearings. Additionally, consider lightly sprinkling baking soda inside your shoes after you take them off. Baking soda is a fantastic natural agent for absorbing both moisture and lingering odors. And whenever possible, try setting your shoes outside in the gentle sunlight for about 15 minutes once a week to further help eliminate bacteria. Paul King, our smelling like sunshine 69-year-old, shared this practical tip. I used to wear the same pair of sneakers all the time. Now, I rotate between 2 pairs and regularly use a little baking soda inside. My granddaughter actually sits right next to my feet again without any hesitation. 4. Make it a habit to air out your living spaces at least twice a day. A closed-up room can effectively trap a multitude of unwelcome smells: lingering body odor, stale air, persistent cooking fumes, even bathroom moisture. And when the air doesn't circulate freely, these trapped odors can unfortunately cling to your clothes, your hair, and your skin, no matter how scrupulously clean you might be. The simple fix? Make it a daily practice to open your windows for just 10 minutes in the morning and another 10 minutes in the evening. Even during the colder months, a brief influx of fresh air can work absolute wonders. Fred Taylor, our energetic 71-year-old walker, shared this simple yet impactful change. I used to really dislike the cold air, but now I make it a point to crack open the windows twice a day for a little while. It's made a huge difference in the overall freshness of my home. My daughter-in-law doesn't rush to open them anymore as soon as I arrive. Remember this crucial point: a freshly cleaned body in a stale, odor-filled environment will unfortunately still smell stale. By consciously combining diligent personal hygiene habits with a focus on maintaining a fresh and well-ventilated environment, you'll undoubtedly feel the positive difference both inside and out. Coming up next, we're going to wrap everything up with an emotionally resonant summary, offering you genuine encouragement and a heartfelt reminder that you are never, ever too old to feel confident, clean, and deeply loved. Ready for part 8? Just say the word. It was never about being dirty, and you were never truly alone. Let's get one fundamental thing crystal clear right now: experiencing a subtle change in your body odor as you gracefully age does not mean you are somehow dirty or unhygienic. It simply signifies that your remarkable body is undergoing natural biological changes, and that is perfectly okay. It's a natural part of the aging process. It happens, in varying degrees, to all of us. But what is not okay is allowing that natural change to rob you of the warmth, the closeness, and the profound connection you so richly deserve in your later years. We've thoughtfully discussed the science behind why this occurs, how your body's sweat production naturally slows down, how the composition of your skin's oil subtly shifts, how your saliva production tends to decrease, and how all of these factors can combine to create a scent that you yourself might not readily notice, but that others unfortunately can. But please remember this incredibly important message: you don't need to rely on expensive, heavily marketed products. You certainly don't need to spend hundreds of hard-earned dollars on specialized treatments. You likely don't even need to schedule a special doctor's appointment just for this concern. All it truly takes is the adoption of a few small, gentle, yet remarkably effective shifts in your daily habits. Think about it: simply drinking a glass of warm water first thing in the morning. Enjoying a gentle 20-minute walk outdoors in the mild sunlight. Being more mindful about thoroughly cleansing those 3 key body zones. Incorporating more antioxidant-rich foods into your daily meals. Taking consistent and thoughtful care of your mouth and tongue. Washing your clothes and bedding more regularly. And making a conscious effort to let fresh air circulate through your home. These are not burdensome chores. They are simple acts of self-care, acts that are not just for the comfort and consideration of others, but fundamentally for you. You deserve to walk into any room feeling self-assured and confident. You deserve to be embraced, held close, and kissed warmly on the cheek without any underlying fear, hesitation, or perceived distance. You absolutely deserve to feel clean, refreshed, and vibrant, regardless of your age. Our friends Eleanor, Paul, Linda, and Fred, they all embraced these small, manageable changes, and they joyfully rediscovered the closeness they had been missing. Their grandchildren now eagerly cuddle up to them again. Their children linger longer during visits, drawn in by a renewed sense of comfort and connection. And, perhaps most importantly, they all feel more authentically like themselves again. So, please, don't carry any unnecessary shame or embarrassment. Instead, carry the empowering knowledge you've gained today. Carry the commitment to take small, consistent actions. Carry a quiet sense of pride in the effort you are making, not just to potentially smell a little better, but to genuinely live better, with more confidence and connection. Because aging is not the end of feeling fresh and vibrant. It's simply the beginning of a new chapter filled with wisdom, quiet strength, and an unshakable sense of dignity. If this video has helped you feel seen, truly understood, or even just a little bit more hopeful, please take a moment right now to give this video a thumbs up, share it with a friend or loved one who might also benefit from this information, and subscribe to our channel, Senior Wisdom. Here at Senior Wisdom, we are dedicated to creating simple, practical, and genuinely life-changing content specifically for you, because you absolutely deserve to navigate your golden years with grace, clarity, and unwavering confidence. And don't forget to click that notification bell so you never miss a valuable video that could brighten your day or help someone you deeply care about. If you've already started incorporating even one of these small changes into your routine, perhaps drinking that morning glass of warm water, taking a gentle walk in the morning sun, or simply being more mindful about scrubbing behind your ears, please share your experience in the comments section below. Your personal story could be the very inspiration that encourages someone else to take their own first positive step. Thank you so much for being here. We are truly honored to journey through these important years alongside you. Valuable lesson: the most profound lesson here is that the subtle changes our bodies undergo as we age are a natural and universal part of life, and they absolutely do not equate to being unclean or somehow less worthy of connection and affection. Openly and honestly addressing these changes, and proactively taking simple, consistent steps to manage them, can significantly and positively impact our overall quality of life and profoundly strengthen our cherished connections with our loved ones. It's fundamentally about embracing self-care and recognizing that our own well-being has a direct and meaningful impact not only on ourselves but also on the happiness and comfort of those around us. Please take a moment right now to share your thoughts and insights in the comments section below. What small, actionable change are you feeling inspired to try first? And please, Don't forget to subscribe to Senior Wisdom for more helpful tips and empowering insights designed specifically for you.